Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Lincoln Journal-Star Prep Extra High School Video of the Week. I'm Alec McChesney and I'm with Ron Powell. We've got a lot of local games this week starting tomorrow night.
Yeah, and hopefully the weather's going to cooperate. And of course, if there are postponements or game-changing times or anything like that, make sure to hit journalstar.com. We'll try and get all those updates online as quickly as possible. But yeah, tomorrow night we start off with Pius and Southeast at Seacrest Field, 7 o'clock. Two really good quarterbacks in this game. Jampy Gergen from Southeast has had a great season, and so has Austin Jablonski from Pius. Both of them have good supporting casts around them, good offenses, and this game on paper looks like a real good matchup, real close.
And weather obviously could be an issue, so run game will play a factor there as well. I know you mentioned those quarterbacks, but run game could be the predominant factor in that game, right?
And you know, Southeast has a big offensive line. They've probably passed a little bit more than they've run, but you might see a little bit more of the run game on Thursday night. And Pius can run the ball. Right. That's what they do at Pius. They like to run the ball, but they've thrown, you know, a little bit more this year with Austin Jablonski and some of their receivers.
So then that's Thursday night's game. We enter Friday. We stay with a local game, right?
Well, yeah. We've got a doubleheader out at Seacrest. At 4:30, we have Omaha Bryan and Lincoln East. That's a game East is favored in, should win. And then the 8 o'clock game is kind of the spotlight game of the week in terms of the Lincoln schools. It's Kearney and Southwest. Kearney's ranked 10th. Southwest at 5-1. They're looking to crack the rankings. Right. And you know that Southwest defense has been dominant this season, but they're going to be challenged this week by Miko Masner, Braden Miller, the quarterback. They've got speed. They can get to the edge. And, you know, Southwest defense, they have not faced anything like this yet this season.
And that's a win. If they did pull it off, that would probably get them into those rankings, right?
Well, you know, it probably will. We'll see. You know, and then the next 2 weeks, Southwest has number 3 Grand Island and number 7 Lincoln High. So they've got it. I mean, this is like the start of the playoffs for Southwest.
And there's only 2 weeks after this week, correct?
Right. So with the rest of the regular season.
Really going to get difficult for them going forward. So we've got those at Seacrest Thursday and Friday. What do we have in terms of other area games on Friday?
Well, you got the Wahoo battle of Wahoo and Bishop Newman. Right. You know, both of them are ranked in C1. Both of them have all-staters as far as defensive players. Caden Johnson at Newman, and then Sam Colderman, a linebacker at Wahoo. I mean, those two are great defensive players, and you know, it's you never know what's going to happen when those two meet up.
And you mentioned this last week, talk about it again, is you know, as we get later into October in this weather, there are going to be those defensive battles where the run game and those styles of play better now that we're getting into those low temperatures.
Right, and Wahoo is, they've developed a really good ground game with Trevin Lubin. Right. I mean, he has gone off for 843 yards and 16 touchdowns this year, so he's a guy that Newman is going to have to account for. Right. No question.
Anything else that fans should maybe pay attention to going forward, big games, anything else?
Well, you know, Friday night, we've got Lincoln Lutheran at C1 number 4 Auburn. You know, that's a chance for Lincoln Lutheran to kind of make a statement as well. You've got York, Class B, at Northwest, number 4 and 5 in the rankings. And, of course, York has the 2 losses to McCook and Omaha Skutt, and they're going to be looking to, you know, keep this momentum going. You know, Carter Terry for Northwest, great quarterback. He can throw it all over the field. And you know, York has one of the best defensive backs in the state, in Brady Danielson. So,
and last week you said York could potentially still be the best team in that class.
Oh, very much so. You know, as long as Garrett Snodgrass and the rest of those all-state type players stay healthy, they're in the mix, no question.
And then you've got Waverly and Omaha Skutt, right?
Right, and there's a game where, you know, you're going to have 2 ground games that just love to go at each other. And, you know, Skutt, you know, they have a running back by the name of Jared Epperson, who he ran all over York. So this is going to be Waverly's test to see kind of where they're at in this Class B mix, whether they're one of those top 4 or 5 teams.
Final thoughts from you entering, what's this, week 7 now? What final thoughts?
This is week 7. Let's hope the weather cooperates and we get all these games in and everybody stays safe.
Absolutely. As always, follow Ron on Twitter, Alec McChesney on Twitter, and Prep Extra. You can stay tuned there all weekend. We'll have updates for you throughout. Have a good night.